Hello there and welcome to another Tuesday Thoughts video. I was asking in the week if you're all ready for another card reading, so here it is. I haven't had a chance to do anything until now. So here is your Tuesday Thoughts for this week, which is Tuesday the 29th. I think I got the date wrong last time, even saying Tuesday Thoughts, and I said it was Wednesday, but definitely Tuesday, definitely the 29th today. So I hope you're all well, and we're at the end of another month, and that means the beginning of a separate month. So moving into April, let's see what the tarot wants us to know this month. I hope you're all doing well. It's gone a bit cloudy. We had some amazing weather, beautiful blue skies and warmth here in London, so it was really, let's get out and get some vitamin D from the sunshine, and it was really, really nice to have that over the last little while, but it seems it's got a bit colder now. So shout out to Jacqueline Toner. You can find her at Healing Flow Yoga, and she's doing some wonderful stuff for retreats and yoga practice, so shout out to her. And oh, interesting. Yes, okay. I'm just going to take one more card. So two have dropped already. So one more tarot, please, for this week, the energy of the week, what we can focus on, and how we can be guided. I also might pick a dragon card this week as well, because I really like the cards, and they're really beautiful, and they have a nice little message along with them. A little bit more cosmic, a little bit higher dimensional, but there's nothing wrong with introducing that energy into your life while you're here on the planet. So can I have one more tarot, please? One more tarot. Let's see if it wants to give me. Thank you. Okay. So, wow. Let's just go in quickly. I don't want to spend too much time because I know everybody's short of time, so I don't want to waste your time. But let's just look at the information that's coming through today. So the first card we have is called the Four of Wands. Can you see it there? And so this is the card of celebration. This is a card of achievement. It's often the card of marriage as well. So it can be sort of this celebration, this finally getting what you want, finally receiving the goods, finally benefiting from all the work and having everyone surround you and cheer for you and celebrate you. And there's a distinguished element in this. You know, you are the person who has risen the ranks and you have achieved this great thing. It could be a creative endeavor. It is the wands, so they often point to creativity, and they often point to just being able to use your skills and your work. You know, the time that you've put into something, the work you've put into something has borne fruit. It can be a time of harvest, can be a time of celebration, a time of coming together. You can see there's the fruit is laden on these, what would you call them? Garlands, let's say, garlands up above. And so that's, you know, the ripeness, the fruit, you've produced results in this card through your work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, you had the idea, you worked on it. There was a bit of a distance between you and the idea because we had the Three of Swords, or the Three of Wands last time, and there was still that little bit of distance. So now we're at the Four. Now we've had the accomplishment. Now we're here. Now we're at that place. The castle is here, and you can see everybody's coming out of the castle, and they're coming to greet you. You can see that? And the castle is up ahead, and you are in celebration. You're raising your hands. They're cheering for you. You have got what you needed. You've got what you wanted, and it's a great time of joy. So it's joy, happiness, and transformation, because it's only when you go through all the different stages, it's only when you put in the work that you can achieve these things which are different, which are beneficial to your life. And so there's an element of having gone through that, having transformed, having transmuted everything into this new creative endeavor. Okay. And the next card is Two of Pentacles. The Pentacles, as usual, are related to work and money. And the Two of Pentacles here signals a choice. So you have achieved a great deal, and now perhaps there is a choice up ahead. There is a balancing which must occur within you, a juggling act. You can see this fellow here is sort of throwing the two coins in the air, so he's juggling. So he's managing two sort of different sides, two work elements, two work interests, two career development paths, and he's not quite sure. There is a bit of a juggling act going on here, and there's a bit of a playing with the work, playing with the money. Perhaps investment might come into this as well. There's a little mouse, a tiny little mouse here. Don't know if you can pick that up. Tiny little mouse. And the mouse always speaks of, as a totem, as an animal totem, of seeing the minute details of everything. So looking at everything to its ultimate detail, really scratching in and getting into those small little areas and finding, the information in there. But you can get lost in that. So sometimes you have to spread out and realize actually you're part of a bigger thing. You're part of a community. You're part of a country. You're part of the world. You're part of Earth. You're part of the cosmos. You're part of the heavens and the universes and the galaxies and everything else. So we can get really, 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 really nitpicking and really, really tiny and obsessed about little things. And although that is good and it has importance with business in particular, and this is possibly saying that, pay attention to the details, terms and conditions apply. Read the small print. So do look at the finer details, but also expand, also see the bigger picture. Relax yourself a little. There's an ocean here which is a little bit wavy. The waters are a little bit wavy, and waters are your emotions. So the waters, your internal waters, there might be something going with that, your water works, but also there's we've got planes overhead again. There's a slight wave in the ocean, so there's a slight churning of your emotions, perhaps a nervousness, perhaps I don't know which way to go, which element to choose, which thing to focus on. So you might be torn between two different things. One might bring more value than the other. You can see that one of the ships is closer and the other ship is further away, so perhaps you've worked more on one and you can reach that ship quicker and easier because it's closer to you. But there is also this other ship in the distance, and this other ship is calling you as well. So can you tie the two ships together? Can you bring them together and move them together? Do you have to choose one over the other? Can you work with both? Is there a way that you can work with both together? He's juggling, he's moving from one hand to the other. So there's a way, there's a continuity in this, there's a connection between the two. So perhaps it is connecting two elements, two work elements, to maintain balance, to maintain that streamlined balance. He does look a little concerned because it is an element of choice here. But also, he is light-footed. He is not standing strong and just domineering in one way. He's skipping. He's like the boxer. He's moving side to side. He's ready to go with what needs. There's an element of being ready to move, allowing yourself to move when you need to move, allowing yourself to move when one thing takes over. You might have to shift gears a little, and then the other thing might come to the fore, and you might have to shift into that as well. So there's an element of being free with it. Don't be too static. Allow your energy to flow. Stagnant energy is no good in any regard. It is important always to allow energy to flow, and that's what he's doing here. He's balancing. To maintain balance, if you're on a seesaw, it's it's like whoa. So you're trying to bring it, even if you stand on one foot. How do you maintain balance? You sway from side to side. You have to be able to move like the waves. You have to be able to find that center point, find that balancing act. And nothing is ever at its perfect balanced act, because if we return to the yin-yang symbol, imagine there's like a figure of 8 around these as well, getting the figure of 8. Yin-yang, so you're never fully yin, because there's always an element of yang in there, and as you move to your upmost yin, you're already moving into yang. And the same with yang, you are never your fullest yang, because there's always a drop of yin, and as you move to your fullest yang, you're already moving into yin. I hope I've said that right. So there's an element of you will always be balancing. Everything is in flux, but it points to 2 main elements that are requiring a bit of attention and focus and deciding on. And perhaps it's deciding what will be in the forefront of your work life and what can peter around in the back. Okay. And your last card in the tarot today is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a great card because it's basically like the celebration one. It's achievement, it's abundance. This lady has everything that she needs. The 9 is completion. So the 9 comes before the 10. The 10 is 1 and 0, which is 1. So 1's always the new start. So 9 is the completion. So here she is, and she's got all her pentacles around her. So she is not short of money. She also has grapes. So there's grapes on the vine, but there's lots. So there's a real abundance here of grapes. She's got the rabbit at her feet. So that's fertility. That's Easter. That's the spring in her step. That's the fertile ground, and she is standing there with these amazing red shoes. There's a lot of red, there's a lot of orange and yellow. So again, she's working with all of the lower chakras. She's creating her foundation, and she's actually built it and is receiving it and has it. She has everything that she needs. And off in the distance, you can still hear I think it's the helicopter, off in the distance, in the higher aspects, in the higher mountains, there is the castle, and it is her castle. So she has it, and here we have the castle again. We have the castle in the distance and the castle here, but she has fully achieved this. So there's a celebration, there's money coming, there is success in work, there's success in life. She's here with the hawk or the falcon. I think it's falcon or falconry. Certainly in Dubai, that's what they would be doing. They have the falcon and they set it off often as a display for tourists, and it comes back, and they use these to hunt. So in a sense, she is the huntress. She has gone out and got what she needed. She's gone out and succeeded. She's gone out and built this around her. She's built her business, built her success. She's put in work. These coins didn't come easy. Each one of these is an element of work. So she's had to work. She's had to do the hard graft. She's had to watch the vines grow, watch them flower, and then watch them bear fruit. And now they're doing that. Now they're bearing fruit. I think the helicopter is right overhead. They just want to get in on the act, I'm sure. So she's content, she's powerful. Goodness me, there's lots going on out here. That's what life in London is like. Yeah, so a total success, total power, total groundedness. She has achieved her business goals. She has achieved her life goals. She has savings. She has investments. She has money coming in. This woman is an absolute success. She's something that you would strive for. And she's got flowers on her gown. And flowers around her neck, and she's wearing a chain. So there's an element of blossoming in your new life, blossoming in your career, in your chosen field, that you're blossoming, that you're actually standing, as a great example of doing business well, as a great example of succeeding, but also of integrity and doing things right, and really getting in and involved in the work that you do, really enjoying it, really mustering, all skills connected to this, mastering all skills connected to this. And there's wildlife around her, so she's connected to nature, she's connected to the earth with these red shoes. She's using Gaia, she's using the energy of earth, the energy of creation, manifesting to bring her money in, to bring her success. So that's very interesting. So we're moving from achieving the creative idea, we're moving into possibly feeling that we have to make a choice and go which way. But as I said before, we can tie the two ships together and move. And then what does that bring us? That brings us success. So often we might have to work a few different jobs. It can be working 2 jobs till you get what you need. It can be doing a few different things, trying to maintain balance between life and work, so you don't go overwhelm, you don't go exhaustion. Let's see what the dragons have to say. There's obviously a higher element coming in now, so let's see what the dragons have to say. I'm not going to go on too long. I'm sure you can hear this because it is just right overhead. But I feel like I'm not going to re-record because time is short today, and I'm not sure I can with the time that I have. So let's ask the dragons for some higher wisdom on these cards. But to me it sounds like it's all good. It's success, it's abundance, it's work, it's career. Oh. And it's remembering that you've done this, you've achieved it, you've worked hard to get here, and your rewards are there. Sometimes they say, when noise comes in, when you're trying to deliver a message, someone's trying to stop you delivering the message. But I feel, let's see how we can work with this possibly as a deeper message. To fly high above all other aspects, to fly high above the naysayers, to fly high above those who haven't supported your journey or your role. That's what you're doing. You're flying high over all of it. You're looking, like I said, the mouse looks into the minute details and it gets caught up in that, and there's an element of expanding out and out and out and out and out, and flying high in a helicopter over that. So seeing it from a different perspective. Look at yourself from that aspect. So imagine you came out and you were up above in the cosmos, looking down at you, looking down at your struggles, looking down at your balancing act. What advice would you have for you? What would help lift you? What would help raise you in your situation? What would propel you forward? It's quite noisy. I hope you can hear me. Okay, I'm just going to go dragons and we'll see what they say. So I might have to read these because I don't actually know them that well. So we're going earth and fire dragon. So you can see this dragon is connected to a ley line in the earth. I'm very interested in finding out more about ley lines. And there's this lovely symbol over here as well of the Celtic swirl. It can be any number of things, but it tends to represent spirit as well. And he's in the woods, so it's nature. It says the earth and fire dragon works with you to clear the 5th dimensional ley lines. It is time for service. When you give, you receive. It literally is just there. So, time for service. When you give, you receive. So, there is an element of doing the work. There is an element of receiving, but she's not just gotten because of no particular reason. She's got her pentacles because she's been given, she's been working, she's been fine-tuning her offerings. She's been dedicated to this. She's moved forward and she's created something on the planet. And so there's an element of when you do dedicate yourself to your service in whatever way that is, that reward will come. And this is something we do a lot as a group. I work with a group and we do earth healing. So earth healing, we do a lot of clearing. We tend to clear up a lot of the lines in the earth, and we focus a lot on healing the earth and humanity and moving further and further out and sending healing much further as well. So there's an element, thank you dragons, you seem to have cleared that, thank you. There's an element here of getting into nature. Nature keeps coming up again and again and again, but getting into nature and connecting with nature and with these energy lines. Discover more about the energy lines near where you live. These are power lines, and there is energy flowing through them, and they need to be cleared and cleansed. A lot of the earth holds dark energy and heavy energy and destructive energy, and it needs to be cleared. So we work on that quite a lot in a group that I work with, but it's certainly a part of service is to assist with that. But it might be something as simple as getting into your garden and doing some gardening, working with the earth, treating the earth well, supporting your plants, get involved in community farm projects or country markets where things, where things have come from, how the ground has been treated. It's about healing the ground. And that's an act of service, to work with clearing and cleansing and healing the ground. And then you get reward from that also. The next card is the Golden Orange Dragon. Now you can see this dragon has got lots of papers and a book and a pen. So there's, and it's orange, so it's creativity. So let's see what it says. Expand your light for ascension. So ascension is us moving through the dimensional shift that is occurring on the planet. That's why we are seeing so much destruction. That's why that's been brought to the fore for us to look at and clear and cleanse and heal and forgive. So ascension is all about moving up the energetic ladder, up the frequency belt. We are shifting. Our world is clearing and cleansing and shifting, and we are moving along with that. So you might notice that in the darkness that's been shown, but also in the light that you see around, in the actions of people that are doing great things, in the interest in all things spiritual, enlightening, bodywork. All of these things are there to raise us, to clear our energies and raise our vibration. So the Golden Orange Dragon is here to expand your light, your inner light, because you are light, for ascension. So every healing you have, that's what I'm doing with you. I'm pouring more light into to help you move with this new ascension plan. It's healing, but also it doesn't just heal, it shifts your frequency. It really does. So it says, be a peaceful warrior. Help those in need. Remember your magnificence. So it is that thing as well. We don't all have to be activists. We don't all have to be shouting for every scenario and every situation that comes our way. Some of us have a quieter warrior nature. Some of us have a more energetic warrior nature. Lots can be achieved through energy work. And some of us have different ways that we help those in need. And it might not be obvious, and it might not be in your face, and it might not be on the news, but we are helping and we are doing good work. And it says, remember your magnificence. So remember how incredible you are, and that every bit of peaceful contribution to assisting others, how that helps the whole ascension process. And also yourself, when you are kind to others, you benefit. It was Dr. David Hamilton which said kindness is beneficial, because when I'm kind to you, actually my body shows lower inflammatory markers. So being kind to someone is actually a good health benefit, has a good health benefit for you. So help those in need. Remember your magnificence. You are an amazing being. And perhaps, your peaceful warrior might be writing about the work that you do. It might be penning poetry. It might be drawing. It might be simply, writing blogs, writing a book. It might be writing affirmations. There's different ways to put your energy into the world and serve. And as with the first card, we're all serving in different ways. But it's important that we do serve, and that these dragons want to work with you. And they will help, because they are there to write the script. They are there to deliver the information. Could it be any noisier outside? Did I choose the noisiest time of the day to do this? My goodness me. I think that's some sort of vehicle reversing, if you hadn't got that already. So the final card, oh my goodness, this is lovely, beautiful card. The golden Atlantean dragon. Look at that image. And look at the crystal and the power of the crystal. I work with crystals as well, work with crystals in healing, work with crystal pendulums, I work with crystals just on a day-to-day basis, just to shift the frequency a little, just to help balance. They can be very, very beneficial. So the golden Atlantean dragon helps you remember the wisdom of golden Atlantis. Awaken, bring back your knowledge, gifts and talents, reclaim your mastery. So this points to the golden age we're moving into. This points perhaps to understanding all of your skills, all of your traits, all that you have brought with you from Atlantis. Perhaps Atlantis is the castle. Perhaps it's a celebration of reaching the castle, of bringing everything together. We've got the 4 wands here, so everything is together, everything is complete, and it's celebration and harvest, and it's a marriage, it's a commitment, it's a contract with all these gifts. And this is it. When you tune into that aspect, when you add more light, when you understand you're on the ascension process, when you delve deeper into those aspects, you will realize most likely you've been here before, and you have not only knowledge from the Atlantean era, but you have access to knowledge from many, many different places, sources, dimensions. And tuning into these things is a way for you to develop, is a way for you to achieve mastery, is a way for you to align with your power, is a way for you to accomplish everything it is that you want to accomplish. It is a way for you to harvest everything that you have planted. But this is a higher vibration. This is the helicopter view. This is the higher vibration. So it's a matter of moving with the ascension, moving up and awakening these new skills, new talents. People are tapping into much more. People are getting those telepathic messages, those intuitive feelings, those desires to try something different and step into a different arena. Those aren't by chance, and those are inner callings. There is an awakening happening to ascension. And so this golden Atlantean dragon is saying there is knowledge from lifetimes ago, powerful knowledge, which you are seeded with. And it is there for you to discover and use in service. All of this high vibrational information and skills and development, it's all about helping people discover more about themselves, and helping raise them up out of the clutches of the 3D and the stagnant energy and the routine and the heaviness. We need to understand there's much more to us. We have these other sides. We have this crystalline connection. We have this crystalline body. And so it's time to tap into that, understand it, develop it. Reclaim your mastery. Bring back your knowledge, your gifts, your talents. Like I said, you're seeded with these things. So don't be frightened to bring those back. I feel like I want to just look at one more because it's kind of an odd number in the recording. So let me just pick. Yeah, I'm not getting much actually. No. That's all the cards I have with me. Let's just do one more shuffle. Okay, let's take that one that's popping out. So we've got the Silver Lunar Dragon. The Silver Lunar Dragon bathes you in divine feminine light. Come into balance and practice peace, harmony, and cooperation. Expand your causal chakra. So your causal chakra is above you and it's just slightly behind you. So it's very much your divine feminine chakra. So it links up. So once you open that causal chakra, you link up to divine energy, which is creative energy. And she's saying, come into balance and practice peace. And this is the thing, we're coming back into balance. We're shifting from one side to the other to find that peaceful place. And we're cooperating, we're working in harmony, we're working with the earth, we're working with the ascension, we're working to help others, we're working with the Atlanteans. So, learn a little bit more about the causal chakra. Learn about how to open and close it, how to expand it, to use that divine feminine power. Because in using that, it's creative. In using that, it's nurturing. In using that, it's sensual. So, particularly if you're a woman, it is very important to tap into that energy, to get to know that energy. We're often in our male side all the time because we work for ourselves, we provide for ourselves. I'm not saying those are classic male things, but it tends to be much more outward, much more action-based, much more yang, which is considered much more masculine in energy type, much more forceful. The causal will allow us to sit back a little and receive, to dance in our own femininity, to dive into that energy, to create with that energy, to move with that energy. And in doing so, you're accessing a different part of yourself. You're accessing new information. You're accessing this higher dimension. These dragons are all from higher dimensions. And then you can discover your magnificence. There's a thing, because lots of people might listen to this kind of reading and say, oh yeah, fine. But there are so many different portals within us, and there's so much depth to those. And there's so much in the unseen. You can't see my aura. You can't see the energetic body I have as opposed to the physical you can see. You can't see my energetic organs. You can't see the energy around me, but it's there. And so there's an element of this is introducing you to these aspects. And they are real, because once you go on this road of discovery, crystals might be one of the things you take initial interest in. But once you go on this road of discovery, then you discover much more about you. You discover your talents. You discover new interests. You discover new aspects of yourself that you want to bring forward. And it's in that challenge, in that overcoming what you've been taught before, in re-educating yourself as to who and what you are, in rebalancing yourself, in maintaining peace and delivering peace in service to others. When you slip into that, in whatever shape or fashion, you are being of service, and you're being of a higher service. And it is about that. It is about higher service coming in at this particular time. So I hope I've helped you with a little bit of my offering to you, and that despite the noise, that you got something from this reading today. So thank you for joining. As usual, subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. I think you have to click on the little bell icon to get your notifications. This is all new to me. And like and comment, share, and if you want to have any sessions with me, I do mediumship, healing, cosmic conversations. I also do art shift workshops online and in person. What else do? I do art, healing things. I create my own artwork as well. Lots of different things. So if you've got questions, or if there's something you want to ask, or if there's something you're not sure of or don't understand, just get in touch and I can see if I can help with that. But as I say, just have a watch. Apologies for all the noise. It's all calmed down now. If I could only start it over now, that might work, but you never know what happens around here. It is London, and it's always stuff is always happening here. So thank you for joining me, and blessings for the rest of the week. I might not be able to do the Tuesday thoughts for a couple of weeks because I'm in transit, but I will see how I get on, and you never know, you might be hearing from me from somewhere else. So take care for now. Blessings, lots of love, and I'll see you again soon. Okay.